this morning where I am going to do maybe like a 10-minute sequence on my 3 favorite go-to poses for when I want to do a little quick warm-up for my restorative practice, or if I'm stuck on time and I want to do something as well. Hi Gillian. If I want to do something as well. And then sometimes you find when you start doing it that you end up doing a lot more around it. And if you have time, it's a nice way to get you back into your practice as well. So as always, with anything that we're doing, any type of exercise, always make sure if you have any medical conditions, medical issues, that you check in with your doctor first, that it's safe to do this. Hi Sinead. Welcome everybody. A little quick reminder for those of us in the Slane Meath area, Saturday 24th, next Saturday, I have a rest and restore restorative practice or workshop for 2 hours. And that starts at 10 o'clock till 12. And you can check anandacentre.com for more details and anything else. Any comments that you might have, any likes, anything like that, just let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to share the group with anyone that you would like to. So to begin with, we're going to center ourselves. So come and center yourself. And I'm just going to check the door because I can hear somebody coming in and I never put my little sign up. 1 second. Dee, can you use the back way just on the internet thing? Have you got a key? There's a key just in there. Thanks, dear. I forgot all about it. So now it's live, as you can tell, so anything can happen. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, if you are comfortable to take your socks off, if they're not too cold, if it's not too cold, take your socks off and come to a comfortable seated position, whatever position you feel is good for you. So you can either sit cross-legged or you can sit on your honkers. Hi Barbara. So sit on your honkers or sit cross-legged, and your hands can rest either palms up, palms down. If you want to take the little chin mudra, you can do that as well. So your eyes can be open or closed, and we're going to begin that little bit of centering, that little bit of connection back into ourselves and back to our breath. So become aware of where you're seated. Sense, feel, or imagine the weight of the body into your steady, comfortable seat. And perhaps can you sense, feel, or imagine the weight of the body into that support, and the support that your seat or the floor or whatever you're sitting on is giving you. And now slowly turn your attention, without wanting to get involved too much or change it too much, to your breath, so that you begin to watch your breath in and out through the nostrils. So on a morning like this, it may be more apparent a cool air on your inhale through the nostrils and then a warmer air on your exhale. Sticking with that for a few more moments. And then become aware of your surroundings. Bring to mind or see in your mind's eye your position in the room. And then slowly, as you begin to open your eyes, if you've had them closed, open them, let the gaze come onto the floor and bring your attention back into the space. So we're going to move from here now on to all four. So the first pose that we're going to do is cat pose. Our fingers are spread wide, elbows underneath the shoulders, legs are hip distance, knees underneath the hips. So in our cat pose, we're kind of encouraging that little bit of flexibility into the spine. So as you breathe in, we let the belly release down and the head comes up. Not too far, mind, just a little bit up. And then as you breathe out, begin to round the back and then let the head hang. So breathing in, belly releases, head comes up. And then exhale, round the back and let the head hang. And let's do this maybe 3 more times. So trying to move with your breath. And any of our Hatha Yoga poses, we tend to do them for 3 to 5 rounds of our breath. And then the next time you breathe in, come back to center. So when you're in this position, if you have time, like you could pause this, if you're watching it again, you could pause this and then begin to do a little bit of work in around this pose. So you may start to do like little hip circles. You do them one way and then you could do them the other way. So again, like 3 or 5 on each side. You could also begin to do a little stretch back into one foot, bring the other arm up and then take it further if you want. For now, let's all come back and bring the bum back towards the heels and then reach into the fingertips. So we're doing a little stretch for the side body. Keep your ears in line with the arms so the head does not come down onto the floor. And if you have knee trouble, just come up a little bit higher and stick the bum out a little bit more. So reaching into the fingertips, taking a couple of breaths here each time you breathe out, releasing a little bit more into the position. It's going to feel like a nice stretch this morning as well. Okay, and then slowly come back up. And we're going to turn over now to lying on our back. So when we come onto the back, we want the heels close into the bum, the legs are hip distance apart, and you've got your arms down to the side of the body, or you can make that little kind of elbow robot arms. Allow length into the back of the neck, so you don't want the chin coming up towards the sky too much. And make sure you don't have anything underneath the head, except your mat. So for this one, when you're ready, as you breathe in, press down into the feet and into the hands, and lift up the hips, the lower back, middle back, upper back. And as you exhale, come back down, upper, middle, lower. So working that again, breathing in, lifting up. Exhale, coming back down with as much control as you used going up. So we do that one more time, breathing in, coming up. And then could you stay here? So what you could do, if you like, is place your hands underneath the back, clasp the fingers, and as if you're sending the hands in the direction of the feet, so you're sending them down away from you. So you kind of come up onto the shoulders a little bit as you do this. Keep pressing into the feet. Lift up the chest towards the chin. And then imagine, if you like, that you have like a ball or one of those blocks in between the thighs, so that you engage those inner thigh muscles. And of course you're breathing. And then when you're ready, very gently release out of that and come back down. Nice and easy. So again, it's one of those poses that you could play around with here as well. You could bring the arms up overhead as you breathe in and lift. Work that a few times. Depending how the legs are, you could bring the foot across, a little draw in towards the chest, and you kind of work into those muscles there. Or if you want to do like a little hamstring stretch here, you can do that as well. And then our final go-to pose is where you have the arms outstretched so that they're in a T coming out from your shoulders. For this one, if you're looking after your back, keep your knees and your feet together. If the back is okay, you can have the feet as wide as your mat. So for this, as you breathe in, this is your center. As you exhale, let the knees float to the left and turn the head to the right. And then slowly come back, breathe in back to center. And then exhale over the other side. Breathe in, come back to center. Exhale, knees to left, head to right. Breathe in, come back. Exhale, knees to right, head to left. So do this one more time on each side with your own breath. And then the next time that your knees float to the left and the head turns to the right, could you stay here comfortably? So if you find that you're working into any pain or out of your comfort zone, adjust that or come out of the pose. So if you're happy enough to stay here with the knees to the left, head to the right, taking a few breaths here. Again, using that exhale to help you release a little bit more into the position. And then when you're ready, breathing in, come back up. And then exhale over to the other side, so knees to right, head to left. So twists are great for our nervous system, really good for our digestive system as well. So they're quite calming. A twist is quite a calming practice to do. And then when you're ready, come back up to center. So here you can either rest, bring the feet in a little bit closer if you've had them apart. You can rest with the knees bent, hands resting onto the belly or out from the body, palms face up. Or if you want, you can come into a Shavasana pose, bring the legs out straight in front. If you have a bolster or blanket, you could do that too. Make sure you have that little bit of length into the back of the head. And when you find a position of comfort, take a nice breath in and out. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So you may choose to stay here for a few more moments. Relish in that little bit of time that you might have to stay in this pose. And taking this opportunity again to thank you all for participating this morning in our quick little go-to practice. And I look forward to chatting and seeing you all again. Namaste.